So the lesson for today is from the book of Proverbs. And we've talked about this some, and Dr. Chance, Brad Chance, our retired religion prof, is going to talk about the wisdom literature next Sunday at 9:30 in the little glass classroom. The wisdom scriptures in the Hebrew Bible are like Proverbs and some of the Psalms and Ecclesiastes and Song of Songs and Job. And it's different. It's not so much like God showing up in the burning bush. It's like God showing up in the bush, right? God's just right in front of you. And these scriptures don't actually often use the word God a whole lot. It's more kind of not so much this huge, big, fiery thing, but it's more just what we learn about God's plan for creation by like looking at the beauty around us and the rhythm of the seasons and being around the wise. And it's not so much information as it is formation, like we're formed by being a part of wise, creative community. And in the scriptures, wisdom is personified as a woman, it's like Sophia, but so is folly. And so there's this kind of ongoing choice of, do you want to follow the fool, or the wise woman, and how women are pitted against each other. So there's some of that that's not so positive. But there's still this idea that, and this is kind of what you hear in this little snippet from Proverbs today, that of all the things God created, that wisdom was the foundation, that before there was anything else, there was wisdom. And so that's what this passage speaks to. So it's wisdom is kind of speaking here. God created me at the beginning of God's work, the first of God's acts of long ago. Ages ago, wisdom, was set up at the earth, at the first. Before the beginning of the earth, when there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs abounding with water, before the mountains had been shaped, before the hills, I was brought forth. When God had not yet made the fields or the world's first bits of soil, when God established the heavens, I was there. When God drew a circle on the face of the deep, when God made firm the skies above, when God established the fountains of the deep, when God assigned to the sea its limits so that the waters might not transgress God's command, when God marked out the foundations of the earth, that I was beside God like a master worker, and I was daily God's delight, rejoicing before God always, rejoicing in God's inhabited world, and delighting in the human race.